This just in, critical drinker shot dead. Did he deserve it for saying Sound of Freedom was a good film? Yes. You all know me, Bacho. I love films with great cinematography.
And now we just need to...
great editing.
At the University of Boulder, killer struck again last night.
Great acting, great dialogue.
Okay, because that would make me very, very upset.
Great graphics. And all that F, Marry, Kill has in abundance, I assure you. F, Marry, Kill, the film I'll be talking about today, the film I found on Amazon Prime, and I thought, you know what, with that title, that looks like a great time.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm gonna kill Kyle, I'm gonna fuck Norman, and I'm gonna marry Mitch.
They made F, Marry, Kill a movie, finally. They didn't do Crime and Punishment just yet, but F, Marry, Kill, that gets a theatrical representation. I've been waiting for this longer than The Odyssey to be properly adapted, honestly. To describe this film to you, it's one of those blends of horror comedy, and this one in particular is definitely aimed at girls, as it's all about swiping right on Tinder, all that terminology, it's all about dating. I don't know any of the cast members, but I've got a hunch that the main one is famous in some capacity, I don't know though. Injected into this film are all of these relatable girly motifs like, he gives me the ick, that kind of language, you know. It's casting a very wide net with this, hey girls, you'll like this because it's all about the trials and tribulations of dating. You'll find this so relatable. Also, it's a horror film because isn't dating scary at the end of the day?
Do you love it?
Oh, yeah. Animals are just so compliant, you know?
I guess in that way it's similar to films like Heart Eyes, which I didn't see, but just going off the marketing, it's one of these horror comedy blends they market towards couples and Gen Z girls. Go watch this at Valentine's Day, because that's when that film was released. I guess Drop is another example, and I didn't think that was a particularly good film, but compared to F, Marry, Kill, Drop's like a fucking masterpiece. Clearly, I wasn't grateful enough when I first saw Drop.
So, how's this date going?
I know it's really pandering, accessible and relatable and whatever, but I've no problem with this idea of centering horror around dating. It seems like a very novel, campy, B-movie-esque concept that you could have a lot of fun with if you do it right. I do wind up talking about a lot of media that's pandering to a certain demographic of women, and it sort of makes me appear hateful towards women, which isn't the case. I mean, it is, but there is something quite fascinating about the corporate slop that's directed at females. Like, the standards when it comes to manipulating and winning over the audience seems to be so low. I mean, then again, it's the same when you go over to the male demographic with all the Zack Snyder posy masculine shit that's so obviously in your face, and just really you fall for this level of manipulation. Like, just show an oily man and all of the lads are like, yeah, this is so cool, it's in slow-mo. So yeah, no, I'm not picking on any demographic in particular actually, but I just think that when you look at media that's pandering to these broad demographics, you find some hideous works, some hideous imagery.
I'd love to show you my penis.
So to describe this film's premise to you, it's a very conceptually rich horror movie, by the way, so just prepare for some philosophical richness. The film takes place in a city, I've forgotten which city, probably LA, but I've already forgotten. There's a killer on the loose, there's a serial killer on the loose. He's targeting women. They call him the swipe right killer because what he does is he matches women on these dating apps and then he goes on dates with them and kills them. These dating apps in question are these weird, in-universe, terribly named brands that definitely aren't trying to be Tinder at all. Yeah, it's one of those films. You've also got the Gigo search, that kind of sounds like a slur. So that's all occurring at the start of the film. That's the setup. It's all told to us in this amazing montage that's definitely not cheap. There's no bland stock establishing shots either. You're in great hands. The actress used in that montage, I know she's just an extra basically, but she's still noticeably bad just for what she's supposed to do. Oh, you got a strange text. Oh, but it's okay now, smile. It's like, oh, hey, like great acting. I could do fucking better. So then we get our first scene with our main character who's celebrating her 30th birthday with all her friends, and that's another thing. It's like, oh, midlife crisis. Oh, I don't want to be 30, please. I mean, I'm having a midlife crisis. I'm only 26.
No, seriously, put me out of my misery. Ugh.
We're presented with this awesome avant-garde graphic which keeps occurring throughout the whole film every time a new character is introduced. I've never seen anything like it. It's so flashy and innovative. Who comes up with those visuals? David Lynch?
Hell yeah, we gonna have some fun with y'all boys.
This is one of those film visuals that will stay with you forever because it's so iconic and striking.
There's literally nowhere else I'd rather be.
I'm not like an amazing graphic editor or anything, but I've been practicing with Adobe After Effects, and to do that I've been looking at some tutorials, and this kind of shit just looks like that bland style of editing you see in all of these Adobe After Effects tutorial. It's like okay, it looks good for like a CV, but it's all the fucking same. Since main character has just turned 30 and she's still single, she's just broken up with her boyfriend 8 months ago, I believe. You want to get the law right, don't you? She's now eager to shack up with a man, and so she's prompted to get on the online dating scene. Okay, so this film's called F, Marry, Kill, okay? It's not been conceived from any creative place. It's just been a couple of people on some committee who went, oh, you know what, we could make a film, you know, F, Marry, Kill, that game, let's make a film. I don't know how yet, but we'll figure it out. The point is, it's a recognisable thing, it'll be easy to market, and it's kind of a buzzword, isn't it? This film is produced by BuzzFeed, by the way. Like I would have said at the start, it's a BuzzFeed film, but you would have thought I was like doing a bit, like I was joking. I'm being literal, it's a BuzzFeed film. So the experience of watching this film is you witnessing a bunch of people trying to string together some kind of narrative from F, Marry, Kill. The storyline is this obligatory thing that's forcing itself into existence. This would never happen. It's not engaging. It's not realistic in any way.
Does that make Norman kill material?
Oh my god, you're gonna fuck, marry, kill. Hey, everybody, she's gonna fuck, marry, kill right now.
It's true, I am.
So what happens is, main character starts online dating and she winds up with 3 potential bachelors, and with those 3 she kind of plays this game of F, Marry, Kill. Which one do I pick for which? Ooh, which one? It's like amazing, conceptually just amazing. The whole film, it's changing, like maybe one of them acts a bit weird and it's like, oh, maybe he's killed, maybe he's not good anymore, and then the one that was acting weird previously starts acting nice. He goes, oh, maybe marry, actually, maybe I changed my mind. All these twists and turns. Well, not really, actually. They don't really have any clever twists and turns where, oh, this guy seems good right now, but oh no, there's a twist and he's actually awful, I don't want to be with him, he's kill. He was marry or he was F, but now he's kill. When it comes to the 3, there's one who is irredeemably a walking ick, so any sane woman just wouldn't even entertain the idea of ever getting with him because he's just instantly, obviously a massive arsehole with no redeemable features because of just the way he acts.
Can you just hold that for a second? Jeez, I'm gonna have to put this guy down. Give me the guitar. No,
Kyle!
wait. Whoa.
No, what are you? Oh.
It's not like as an audience member you're looking at these 3 people and going, which one's which? I could never guess myself. I have to find out more about them. But no, because it's just sort of obvious. Like with the walking it guy, I thought they were going to do the whole bait and switch. Like, oh, he's actually a nice guy. But what they were doing with him in the first couple of scenes were just, no, you can't undo this. He's just fucking like, no.
Really?
I mean, you just give them a little anesthesia and they'll do whatever you want.
Oh.
Get the fuck away from him. So really it's about these other 2. One of them starts off really sexy and cool and he's got his own bar, very successful, and then he just abruptly in like his second date or his second scene goes completely psycho schizo killer. There's no subtlety to that transition. It's just, oh, he's so cool at the start and then he's like, oh, fucking, what the fuck did you say, bitch? You know, he's got a fucking knife in his hand.
I just bought it. I wanted to ask you this earlier, but I didn't want to be dramatic. That would make me very, very upset.
And then there's the final guy who's obviously the only suitable bachelor, and what they do with him is they have all these red herrings where, oh, if you look at what he's doing in this way, he kind of looks like a psycho killer. but then it turns out that, oh, actually he's a really nice guy. And it's that age-old cliche where the people who suspect him wind up having that moral comeuppance, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I never should have doubted you. You're all familiar with this kind of trope where guy who's innocent does something that kind of looks sketch but later is revealed to be, oh no, I was just taking out the trash, even though no one should be acting like that when they're taking out the trash. Stop acting so sketch. Just people acting unnecessarily sketch all the time and then be like, oh no, I'm actually a nice guy. Just stupid shit like that, predictable twists, fucking dumb logic.
It's so nice to kill you! No. I was supposed to be the swipe right killer. Get it?
Oh, and all the while, the main character and her sister are trying to figure out if one of these three people is the swipe right killer, and if so, which one. It's kind of like an investigation movie, a bit like Chinatown.
What is he doing? The lights are off. Oh.
And this sort of brings me to the weirdest aspect of this film, which is that it's sort of tackling very gruesome, serious subject matter about women's safety, but it's doing it in this unserious, post-comedic way. What it ends up saying, which I don't even think was intentional, because I don't think this really set out with any particular message, but what it ends up saying is kind of odd, because it's all about these red herrings where the main woman sees a man do something weird or sketch, and then later it's revealed, oh no, actually I was wrong to suspect that person, when really, what that person was doing originally, they shouldn't be fucking acting like that.
No, I didn't want to be dramatic.
There's one brilliant misdirect of a scene where a guy in a hoodie sprints towards her at night, but, oh, the subversion is, she dropped something and he was just giving it back. Like, haha.
Hi. Stop screaming, weirdos. You dropped this.
You see, women, if a guy bolts at you like that in the middle of the night, you don't have to be afraid. Like, no smart person would let themselves appear that suspicious.
Not with all this serial killer shit happening.
Oh my god, have you been listening to Mark My Murder?
Oh my god, yes, it is so good.
Yeah.
I think what it's mainly trying to do is commentate on this murder-obsessive culture we're living in right now, where you have all of these shows about Dharma and these serial killers, and a lot of girls consume this media and become a little bit over-paranoid, maybe. It's trying to have these statements of don't get sucked into all of this online fear-mongering stuff about all of the worst aspects of humanity. Like, no, we shouldn't become over-paranoid with all this stuff online.
Stop listening to that podcast.
Why?
Dear Lord is bullshit.
And I get that message, it's a very valid statement, but the way it's done here just makes it feel as though it's delegitimizing women's fear of these very real things. I don't know why I'm engaging with this film's theme so much, because it's a fucking worthless piece of crap.
Okay, well, the podcast never cheated on me multiple times, so.
By the way, this was a fucking agony to get through. It's not a so bad it's good film. It was fucking awful. It was so lacking in substance and any sense of meaningfulness that I was like, my brain cells were dying. I felt fucking depressed from watching it because I was like, this is such an inefficient use of my time. It was like consuming junk food that tastes like shit. You don't even get any gratification from the treat, so to speak. There's nothing about the technical filmmaking that's outrageously offensive or incompetent. It's annoyingly serviceable. The acting isn't bad, it's just bland and lifeless. The main character just has the most banal, fucking boring voice.
I want to feel like I am calling the shots of my own life, so yes, press it, upload it, I'm ready for this.
There are bits where the editing gets bad, like a bit choppy, but it's not so awful where you like can clown on it. The dialogue is made by committee, there's no personality to it, and it's all relying on you finding it funny. It's all humour dependent. It's more so a comedy than a horror, even though it is like a blend. And that is why it's so fucking boring, because it's just an unfunny, blandly filmed comedy, sort of horror mixed in there. I wanted this to be a funnier video, because I saw the title, I saw F, Marry, Kill on Amazon, and I thought that could be another Bye Bye Man, or Wish Upon, or whatever. This is void. This is such a void film. There's no balancing between the two tones of comedy and horror. It's just a shit comedy for 99% of it, and then at the end it gets a little bit more serious. But then it gets serious, it's just fucking laughable.
Oh my god, what have you done? What have I done? What have I done?
Put the knife down! oh no, like, no, none of these actors are fucking real. Like, it is up to the filmmaker when you make these horror comedy hybrids. How much do you want to lean into the comedy? How much do you want to lean into the horror? Maybe more so comedy, fair enough. But when you get to the end and it's revealed that their fucking best friend is the killer, like, that's the big twist, by the way, the woman did it. There's just no sense of any fucking way at all. And I know I didn't give a shit about the film anyway, but still, you don't take yourself seriously at all. Like, what is this? What's the point? Like, I didn't watch Heart Eyes, but I imagine when people die in that, it's supposed to be, like, gruesome or shocking. It, like, the comedy stops just for a little bit. Nothing's played straight, so honestly, you just finish the film feeling like you've watched some kind of college humour skit or something.
You stabbed the shit out of her.
And since it is sort of trying to intermix this real-life issue of women's safety in online dating spaces, because it isn't taking itself seriously at all, and it's doing this whole, oh, who's the killer? Ooh, I'm so excited, who's the killer? Ooh, is he the killer? Ooh, it's all titillating and fucking horrible. It comes over just as tasteless as all these podcasts that it's trying to satirize, I suppose.
Hey, Mark, my murder listeners. We started this podcast 2 months ago when this whole murder spree started.
And then having the twist ending be that the killer's actually a female, it's actually their friend who's like the hot white chick. Just that has all of these kind of unintentional connotations.
Lecherous trash was trying to steal my husband.
Oh, the real villain at the heart of everything is a woman. That's the real killer. Oh, the she-devil. The issue doesn't stem from dangerous men, it stems from jealous women. Women are in the wrong to suspect men of being dangerous ever.
I'm gonna kill you.
So that's been my brief expedition into the slop of Amazon. I don't plan to revisit that appalling fucking selection anytime soon. You do get some good shit on there too, like some niche Polish films or whatever, but sometimes like Ingmar Bergman films show up. They're amazing. They do just have this random catalogue. It's kind of, I don't know how they do it. This film was so mundane, so unnecessary, so anti-essential that I feel bad, I feel dirty for even making a review about this. I hope I haven't wasted your time. I hope you've actually found some cathartic entertainment from me ranting about it, because that's usually that's the goal of these types of videos, these Ralph the Movie Maker rants and whatnot. I seem to be really shit at picking out bad movies to review. I always just find movies that are bad in all of the most boring ways. I bring you F, Marry, Kill. Oh, and also they do this thing, you know, in like Oppenheimer, where one segment's called fusion and the other's called fission. In this, they do something similar, but each segment is marry, F, kill. I don't know which order. Probably F, marry, kill. Yeah, in the obvious order. You fucking idiot, Bacho. But yeah, there's deep thematic significance to the placement of each title in this film, so just watch out for when they appear. You don't want to miss the themes. Thanks to the patrons. Thank you DF, thank you Casey Gann, thank you Mason Lydon, thank you Matt Delaney.
And remember to fucking subscribe.
Mini channel update, I have started a new job. It's nothing major, just pizza delivery stuff. But I'm also, there's a lot of like big changes happening in my life. I'm moving out, I'm moving into a new flat. There's just other things that are kind of making my life a bit chaotic. I may find it a little difficult to produce content on a frequent basis, but one thing I might do is make videos like this, which don't really require much planning or forethought. Like, I just write a few notes down and then rant about it on camera, because it's just easier to get out, it's easier to prepare, and it's less stressful at the moment. And I know it kind of sounds like I'm justifying making slop content. I don't want to do that, but if I can make content like this and you still like it and find it engaging and find it beneficial and enriching in some way, then I'll look into doing more of that. Making videos like this with less notes, with no script, is a lot more enjoyable to do because it's just less stressful. You don't have to remember all of these very wordy lines that I write for myself. But for that, the critique of the film or the commentary of the film will be less analytical and less poignant or potent or whatever. But also when it's more scripted, you can't riff on a film, you can't be loosey-goosey and just be yourself. So I just sometimes like to just, just relax and just chat shit about a film and just be a bit more spontaneous. Spontaneous. But yeah, I will be holding off on working on any huge projects for the time being, maybe like for a couple of weeks or maybe even a month or so, just, you know, just as I get things figured out. However, please just give me your most honest feedback about what I make, because that is the most valuable thing to me. That is so important. It really helps, honestly. I don't want to just be the serious analytical video essay guy with the deep voice, you know, when I talk about Andor. I'm proud of that video, but I also like to mix in a bit of, I don't know, unorthodox weirdness, you know, being a bit of myself, you know. Just, I don't know, just some spontaneity. But thank you for sticking with me for this long. It's almost been 5 years. That's insane. Yeah, you guys are incredible. You guys are really kind and supportive. And here's to another era of Bacho Kino. I shouldn't call my stuff Kino. That's for you to decide.
You having a wank? You having a wank? You having a wank?
The throat.
You having a wank? You having a wank?
You disgusting fat fuck.
You having a wank? You
Right
having a
by
wank?
the throat.
You having a wank?
You
having a wank?
disgusting fat fuck.
You having a wank? You having a wank?